Let us get some insight into the inside candle strategy. First, we'll learn what an inside candle is. Then, we'll identify them on chart. After that, we'll talk about entry and target. And finally, we'll see how you can re-enter the trade if your SL is hit and the market starts moving back in your direction again after taking your stop loss. Remember one thing. The time frame for day trading will be 15 minutes. This is very important, so always remember this. See how this structure is forming. Suppose this is a big candle. It may be green or red. We'll talk about that later, and this one next to it is a small candle. You will mark the big one as the parent candle, and the small one as the baby candle. So what you need to see here is, when this smaller candle is forming, it should be fully inside the bigger candle. It may be inside the wicks of the big candle, or totally inside the body of the big candle, but from low to high, the small candle should be totally in between the low and high of this big candle. This will make our inside candle structure like this. Now see, we have two cases, one for buying or call buying, and the second one is selling or put buying, right? For more accuracy, remember one thing. If a candle is formed like this, a big candle, and then an inside candle in the upper part of this big parent candle, this candle will be traded for buying, and this will be our first setup. We'll talk about entry and exit on the chart. Just remember this. Whenever this structure is formed, we'll look for buying, okay? Now look at another case. A candle like this is formed. This one is a big candle, and then a small candle is forming in the lower part of the parent candle. This candle may be red or green. Color doesn't matter, okay? So if this baby candle is formed in the lower part of this parent candle, then we'll go for selling or put buying, which means we'll trade in the downward direction. And in the previous case, we'll trade in the upward direction. So these are the two concepts. These are the two setups that we will be trading here. Now, we will identify them one by one on the chart. Now, we are on the chart. You can see this is the NASDAQ index on the 15-minute time frame. You should remember, the time frame should be 15 minutes. Here, we have both setups on this chart. Can you find them? If you find them, just mark them on your chart. Let me first talk about the bearish inside candle setup. Do you remember what was that structure? One big-sized candle, and then one candle is forming in the lower part of this big candle. And this small candle will be our trading candle. You need to find this type of structure on candlestick chart. Look, one such structure we can see right here. This is a big red candle, and this one, green-colored inverted hammer candle, is forming near the lower part of the red candle. So this will be our bearish setup. Now, if we move further, you can see here, there is a big green candle, and then inside it, a beautiful inside candle is forming. If you observe, you can see there are 3 inside candles forming one by one. It will not happen always, but sometimes these types of structure do form in the market. It will constitute our bullish inside candle setup. Now we will see how to enter the trade on these candles, and what should be our minimum target. Again, we will start from bearish setup. Here it is, the big red candle, and this is the inside candle. So what do you have to do? You have to mark the low of this inside candle, because we are going to sell this candle as we'll look for a trade in the downward direction. Mark the low of candle and wait for the market to reach this level. As soon as the next candle, this one, breaks the low of the inside candle, we have to enter the trade. We have to enter here, right? And our stop loss will be above the high of this inside candle. If you can afford, you can also put the stop loss above the high of the big parent candle. But I suggest putting your stop loss on the inside candle so that your SL is small. And if your stop loss is hit once and the market again comes back to your level after taking your stop loss, then you can enter again if you have not given a big SL on first instance. Now what will be your target? Your minimum target will be 1 to 3. After that, you can trail your stop loss, maximize your target. Now look at the second case, which is a bullish setup. This is high, this is low, and this is forming a parent candle, right? This is the parent candle. And these, 1, 2, 3, these are 3 inside candles. So in this case, like we marked the low of the inside candle for selling, we'll now mark the high of the inside candle because we're going for buying. As soon as the market crosses this high, the high of the inside candle, you should enter the market. This will be your entry point, right? If 2 or 3 inside candles are there, then put your stop loss at the swing. This structure will be forming a swing here, right? So this swing will be your stop loss, and this will be your entry. And your minimum target will be 1 to 3, and then you keep trailing your SL, right? So these are the basic concepts, and this is the core psychology of the inside candle. Now let's talk about the re-entry. Right here, you can see, we have a re-entry opportunity. This candle has crossed the low of this inside candle. If you entered just by seeing the market going downward and didn't wait for the candle to close, then no problem. Your stop loss would have been hit here, right around this level. But if the market again comes to your level with a big candle like this, it is the confirmation that this inside candle trade will work. So mark this level. And whenever the market comes again to your level, enter here again. Your stop loss again will be on the same candle. This will be your SL, this will be your entry, and then target. A very big target here, right? This is all about the inside candle setup. They do not form frequently in the market, but whenever it forms, it can make you rich. So just remember the core concept. Backtest them in the real market, and then only you should trade them. I don't recommend jumping straight on the chart in the live market without backtesting and start placing your buy and sell orders. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.